That's the wrong button. Well,
What's the wrong button? Kanpai!
Kanpai! I'll just mute my audio. Welcome everyone. We're starting again because Nasuth made a little boo-boo. There's got to be one every week. Little tiny boo-boo. Hopping through the forest. Just got the field mice popping up on the heads. Anyway, welcome. This is episode 71. I'm not gonna try and speed through this. This is the second annual Golden Tankard Awards, where we, myself, Xeno, and MDRLOz, sit down and tell you what we think is the best and worst of the season for various shows, various different categories. It's all gonna be a lot of good fun. Don't you think it's gonna be good fun? We're gonna get a lot farther this time than we did the first time. I'm sure of it.
Now that we're recording, yes.
Anyway, quickly to get to the housekeeping. In the category of most underrated features, we have timestamps, allowing you to skip to the exact chapters you want to view, and a chapters feature that lets you can access even further down below the timestamps in the description, but only when it's expanded. And there was some other stuff in here, but it turns out that was a feature of just...
No, we're not going to talk about that.
Yep. So
we got the opportunity to not talk about that. We're not going to talk about it. I'm not an idiot.
We're not going to talk about that. No. The winner is you when you like, subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a comment. We really genuinely appreciate hearing what you think of our sweet little podcast here that's been going on for almost a year and a half. My goodness. And there is a charity stream coming up in about a week and a half, I think, for you guys when you see this.
Week in a couple of days. And it's just going to be the three of us bumbling around in the lands between in Elden Ring. It's MDRLOz's first time in the game. Me and Xeno have played it, but we haven't beaten it. And it will all be benefiting St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. So they do a lot of good stuff for the kids. We're gonna do it for the kids, guys. We're gonna do it 24 hours non-stop for the kids. Yep. We have goals, we have punishments. I think I can't remember what the numbers are, but for example, I think it's I think we've got like 5 instances of $15. If for every $15 we'll turn on friendly fire for 30 minutes, and then it increases up to I think 25, and then so just to make life hard for us. We also have Xeno and Nasuth have to eat a can of pineapple and anchovies, respectively. So there's a bunch. We're gonna spend some time and pad those out and things.
We got guests coming to keep us company, to keep you company, to keep things fresh,
keep things entertaining, because we know we're not going to be fresh or entertaining by the 20th hour. We're going to probably be dying. So yeah, and that's what we're going to be doing. So I don't think there's anything else to add to that.
I'm really looking forward to it.
We still haven't decided, will there be a break on Kanpai Cast that week?
We just said there's going to be a break on the Kanpai Cast that week?
Yeah.
I think there should be a
we're
break
just going to...
because we're going to be sleeping.
If you want to get to Kanpai Cast, just join in and we'll probably talk about some anime on the stream.
There you go.
Yeah, more than likely, But yeah, so there won't be an episode of Kanpai Cast on Thursday, the 2nd of February. We're gonna have a break. We're gonna chill out. We're gonna rest. Because we're gonna be freaking exhausted.
Yeah.
So.
It's gonna be so much fun though. So much fun. Anyway, shall we for real this time? 100% get into the Golden Tankard Awards.
For 2022. Yes.
2022 Golden Tankard, second annual. 50 years, Golden Tankards forever. Most embarrassing live action adaptation. So we had a bit of a discussion about this, and we went through, what was it? So you said Cowboy Bebop. And that's like, that's still up there. That's still an embarrassment.
I mean, it's the thing is, like, it's not like... It's only an embarrassment in the sense of how underwhelming it was. Like, how... Huh?
And Ed.
Yeah. Right. And also how much they just radically changed the plot.
And
like, and Ed, right? And like, you know, the fact that Julia is now the main villain for some reason when she's supposed to be the main love interest. And Ed. Knew that was coming.
Calm response. Very good. Very good.
You know, you were arguing semantics that it should be the Fist of the North Star live action adaptation.
So bad. It is so bad. I mean, but at the same time,
think,
it's also so bad that it's good.
I think what we've established from our little talking there is what we need to do is have an episode this year at some point where we're going to challenge ourselves to find a more embarrassing live action adaptation for us to possibly beat this crown with. This award is an ongoing thing. What is the most embarrassing live action adaptation ever? At the moment, we're going to say Comic Book has it, but we're going to look for this year actively, in case no new ones come out, though I think there are some good ones coming out this year. We're going to check out First in the Star. We're all going to watch together. I'm going to pitch. We're going to watch G Savior together, and we're going to do that. And then maybe if Xeno can find some as well, we'll see if something can dethrone Cowboy Bebop from that.
Okay, so apparently early 2023 is supposed to be the One Piece live action adaptation. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. That's like, I mean, because One Piece has over 1,000 episodes. Like, how many episodes are they going to cram into? It's just going to be so bad.
Oh, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But we'll go. So that's what we're going to do for that one going forward. But for this year, the end of 2022, we're going to leave that crown for Cowboy Bebop. And we'll see if maybe in 2023 it gets awarded to someone else. So let's move on.
Right.
Best horror series.
Okay.
Yes. So I think
now I'll summarize this because we already recorded this. And
actually, I have a question. No, I do have a question because I've just spotted Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah. What about Edge Runners?
Action.
Edge Runners, fuck off.
Action.
Edge Runners, fuck off.
What about Don't Hurt Me, My Healer? The horror in Don't Hurt Me, My Healer is how terrible it is.
That's just horrific to watch.
Yeah, it's just bad.
One episode.
Yeah.
Very rare for me.
Ooh, Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World. I mean, that's just like, ooh. That's just, you know.
Right,
terrible.
So while they're looking through a list and making mean jokes, we already did try to do this one. It's as far as we got. And we basically said there was Housing Complex C, I think it was.
Yeah,
it was probably the only one that was the proper horror of the season, but we're also going to give it a joint award to Made in Abyss because it's just Made in Abyss and it just forms an abyss at the center of your soul as you watch it, and it just keeps growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and as you watch it, you realize, does humanity need to exist? That's what made it so we're going to jointly award it between those two things, and I think we've gotten down to the T's as they're searching through the list. So hopefully, they'll stop
there's no.
Move on to something new.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
let's okay.
By all means,
so
yes.
So we've caught up to where we were. Let's move on to best drama series. Who the fuck put this in here? Okay,
I just got the ones from last year.
No, it doesn't sound like something I would put in there. Right, best drama of 2022.
Attack on Titan. Well, there you go. Obviously.
You wanna put Attack on Titan?
God, no. God, no.
I'm gonna put. I'm the villainous. I'm taming the final boss, but that's just me.
Okay.
You're gonna put that. Okay.
Yep, that's what I'm pitching. I enjoyed it. I didn't think I finished the last couple of episodes, but I did, especially the first 4 or 6 episodes. I definitely enjoyed the drama and the setup and the concept. It did lose a bit, but I should probably finish it as it is. But I felt early on it had some very good drama, very interesting characters, and I liked the way it was going. Oh, was My Dress Up Darling that? Is 2022?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's in there.
You going to pitch that one? Is that drama?
Yeah, I think I will put My Dress Up Darling.
Yeah, I think a drama is the best thing what it is. I mean, dramas don't have to be dramatic, but they don't have to be all terrible all the time. I just scrolled through this list still.
Oh my god, I'm trying to find... Wait, I could have sworn it was... Wasn't it Spring?
What?
My Dress Up Darling.
Yeah, it's in here.
Yeah, I was on this list. There you go.
It's right there. Yeah.
Oh no, it was the start of the year. It was winter.
Winter. There we go. My Dress Up Darling.
Yep. I think we'll definitely all agree on that. Still no sign of this getting a season 2. I do feel it was the darling at the start of the year 2022.
Yeah.
Xeno forgets. I still remember the fact that this was in that season. I'm going to try something completely out of left field, which I would never watch, and then watched a couple of episodes in and was like, oh my god, this is absolutely freaking amazing. And I've watched the first 2 episodes several times. You have to watch it, and you're like, yeah, I've seen all the memes. No. And now he doesn't believe and thinks that he found it himself, even though it was me.
I just found it because of
the memes. Was me, because I was like, I'm going to watch it with you again, because that's how much I freaking love this show.
Yeah.
And that was only like first 2 episodes. I still feel that this is why. I mean, maybe this is why it does fit in good drama. I still feel rewatching those early episodes and having read the manga that there is an early thing. I don't know. Maybe relationships between people I don't understand them. Maybe I'm just.
No, I get where you're coming from because the relationship between Gojo and Marin, like it really does scream like this is the whole reason why it's in the drama section.
Yeah,
I do kind of question like. Is there a translation issue as to why he doesn't pick up the fact that she's not expecting the cosplay in 2 weeks?
No, well, no, that one's bit is because she kind of says it's an off comment, then gets a phone call, realizes the time.
She realizes last train.
Catch the train. And then she just seems to lack communicating to him in any shape or direction until he's finished it within 2 weeks.
But she does try to contact him. I remember because she was getting concerned.
Very generically.
It was like phone calls and shit.
Yeah, but
apart from like turning up at the guy's doorstep, which she does actually do, so why not do it again? Right.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't very likely. It's like it just seems a bit weird to me. So yeah, seeing as this is the early in the scene when she's trying to chase him down, and we had the yelling Gojo-kun everywhere in the school, and yet she doesn't put that effort when she really needed to. No, I mean the fact that after that it's like, and now you're going to make more cosplays for me, and it's like, well, hang on, he did this out of the kindness of his heart and got nothing really for it, and then you just expect him to do more, and I know. It benefits him because he's now friends and he's really enjoyed the relationship, but it just feels so weird to me that it just feels a bit parasitic to start with. I don't know. Maybe you got to give something. Yeah. Maybe you could say it's like you got to give something before you get something back. But I do feel you could easily look at I don't know, if you recut the early first like 5 episodes of this and put like one of those abuse. Dun dun dun. Theme to it. You could have it that like
change all the music to a minor key.
Yeah. To make cosplays for me, my slave.
Kind of thought you were about to go War of the Worlds then. Dun 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 dun.
No wait, how do you know that? Was it you or Nasuth that didn't know that before?
It was Xeno. Yeah, Xeno didn't know that before. Yeah, Xeno didn't know that before.
Fucking War of the Worlds. Yeah. No fucking War. What are you talking about?
No, we had to.
We've never had this conversation.
We had to show it to him.
No, we've never had this conversation. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, moving on.
Nasuth, what's your pick for drama?
I'm actually going to go with Drifting Home, which I don't think either of you watched.
I tried. I did try.
Really?
I did try.
And you didn't like it? Wow, I'm surprised.
No, but the thing is, it's a movie, and I really struggle with like anime-based movies.
Wow.
No, wow. I do. I just genuinely. I mean. Like, I struggle a lot when it comes to movies in general. I'd rather just watch a series, right? If you were to give me Stargate the movie or Stargate SG-1, I'd watch SG-1, right?
Oh, see, I love them both. I love them. I think they're both awesome interpretations of the material.
But I much prefer a series where they can fully flesh out the material as opposed to a movie where they have to like shoehorn everything in as quickly as they could.
I see, but I don't feel like that happened with Drifting Home. But I do get where you're coming from. But no, this felt more on the level of like E.T. or not Indiana Jones because that's more of an action, but that level of a single sort of self-contained story, and the drama of them trying to survive and trying to deal with each other. And trying to figure out what's going on and how they can get back home. Oh, it's such a good watch.
Okay. Does it devolve? Because I know it's kids like that end up in a housing complex that are just it's like just floating adrift in the middle of some weird mysterious ocean and everything like that. But okay, the question I have is, does it devolve into the kids doing a Lord of the Flies?
No.
Right, okay, it's infinitely better than Classroom of the Elite.
I mean, there is a little bit of like, oh, you're the one who's eating all the food or whatever, but it's not. It doesn't go on too long, and they like it's used to further the story and not just shit all over it.
Do they go? But I'm fat and I need to maintain that.
Yes,
I'm hungry.
100%.
Okay.
100%. No.
Okay. Do we move on to the next one, or does?
Yeah. No, that's good. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
best
I actually scroll over.
Comedy series.
Ooh.
Right. Best comedy series.
Akiba Maid Wars.
22. That was hilarious as fuck.
Attack on Titan.
I haven't seen it, but I'll pitch Bocchi the Rock because I heard that was memorific.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I love Bocchi the Rock.
Trying to see if there's any that beat it, but that's...
I'm going to pitch. I'm kind of surprised Loz didn't go for this. Love After World Domination.
Yeah, I literally saw it on the list and was going to pitch that as well. You didn't really enjoy it though.
Yeah, I did.
really enjoyed it. You said you got it was cliched by the end and you knew where it was going.
But I still really enjoyed it.
Not by the end.
No, I'm pretty sure I did.
No, by the end you were like...
I watched it every day it came out, like, on the day. I didn't...
At the end, you moaned about it and was like, man, by the end I knew what was going to happen. Man, not funny, man. And I was like, oh.
No, I still really enjoyed it. I mean, I got sad the fact that you said, like, that's pretty much it for the manga. They haven't actually got much more of the manga to actually continue on with. That made me really sad.
There is more, but it's just coming out really slowly, as I recall.
Yeah. But, like...
Was The Way of the House Husband not 2022? It must not have been. Oh.
No.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Oh, well. Anyway. Yeah, so...
There's also Uncle from...
There is... And there's also, what was it?
There's also Skeleton Knight.
Yeah.
Skeleton Knight!
Is Loz changing his?
But there's also Miss Kuroitsu from Monster Development Department.
That was good, but I don't think that was Love After World Domination good.
They're very similar, but I preferred Love After World Domination was great.
Fair.
Okay, so Loz...
But...
So if Loz is going Skeleton Knight, I'm
Skeleton
definitely
Knight.
doing Bocchi the Rock.
Oh.
I did love
Man.
World Domination, but Skeleton Knight, I want more Skeleton Knight. So.
Actually, and then there's your boy Kong Ming.
Yeah, but that's not really a comedy, is it? I mean, there are
some
funny
really
stuff
funny
in
moments in it.
So that's what I'm wondering. Is Skeleton Knight really a comedy?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm gonna have to go. I'm also gonna have to go with Skeleton Knight. It's either that. It's either that or Attack on Titan.
Oh god. No. The thing is, like, right at the end with Skeleton Knight, I remember when you get like you got the bit where they're attacking the main thing, and you got the ninja.
Yes.
The like, Earth Ninja, and then him and the Earth Ninja just like posing and doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're like, "What are those boys doing?" And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else.
Man, we should go rewatch Skeleton Knight.
Do we know if it's getting another season?
I will have a look.
I haven't seen or heard anything of it so far. Okay, so I think we have picked our best comedies.
Yep.
Do we want to move on to best action?
Well, Xeno's gonna pick Akiba Maid Wars, clearly.
No, I'm not. This is actually really difficult for me.
Ooh, Chainsaw Man. Ooh, but Edge Runners. Ooh. See, I almost wanted to do Edge Runners for drama, but I think. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
For Skeleton Knight, they've got 10 volumes out. They only did 3 volumes in the adaptation. However, it was up against things like Spy Family. That's that season, that part of the year. So it wasn't received as well as other things. So it's
but it's got a difficult competition with Spy Family.
That's sad. Well, fingers crossed.
Okay, so best action. What are you guys thinking?
Ooh, action.
Best action.
Hey, it's not Overlord. Oh my god, we have Police in the Pod as well. That was good.
Yeah, you could have done that for drama.
We got other awards.
Comedy. Oh,
or comedy.
So do you want to? Should we scroll up to the other awards? Just
best action, Eminence in Shadow.
No. It does have really good action.
Are you for fucking real? Are you for fucking real? That's not action. That's just stupid. That is stupid. Are you for fucking real?
Atomic.
Are you
Max? Was it full strength atomic?
Full range.
Full range. But no, I think I'm gonna have to go with Spriggan. I think
Spriggan was on mine.
Did a really good.
So let's go to Spriggan first, and then fucking question Loz's sanity as soon as I can find Spriggan.
No, it was rusted armors. Oh, because it was all the poop smearing around on the screen was just such good action.
Okay, so
I shouldn't be so
I want to say, like, Spriggan, I do feel is a really worthy candidate for this because of. So first off, this was David Productions, so this is the team that did.
Urusei Yatsura.
Urusei Yatsura and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, I know.
Right? All the mechanical stuff. No, seriously, I think it's just such a big deal to the fact that they have such divergent talent. The fact that, everything just looks so unique. You can't really tell it's them unless you look at the bloody titles at the end. But one thing I really loved about Spriggan was the fact that all the faces and everything are hand-drawn, but all the mechanical stuff are CGI. So all the guns and things, CGI, really nicely detailed, really nicely handled. Even by the fully 2D characters are holding CG guns. But again, the power suits and everything are again CGI with, we've got these really cool 2D. Instead of trying to shoehorn in this 3D horrible animation of a face with the lighting hitting just right, it's just, now we're just going to rotoscope on top of it.
Yeah.
It just works.
You can really see the David Productions, sort of feel when he's wearing his helmet and the hair is out on top. It really looks like a JoJo stand.
I mean, the big thing for me is, like, I just wish that Spriggan got more.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going, if Netflix have paid for another series or whatever. It's only got 6 episodes. Yeah, which is just like criminally short. I know that it also includes what the original movie did from, I want to say, the 90s, or it may have been the 80s. Covered as a story. But yeah, it's just such a good series. I just wish it had more. I really do. Loz, do you have a nomination for Best Action?
I did.
What was yours?
Eminence in Shadow.
That's just a meme.
Yeah, but the action is, when the action happens, it is really good.
Yeah. The first episode is a really good thing of action. It's like, I almost wish the first episode was a completely different show. It's like, can we write that show, please? Ignoring the Isekai going with the magic thing and just this guy. It's like really cool. It's a guy, he gives himself a name and things, and he's fighting with tonfas. And
he's fighting with crowbars.
Is it crowbars? Or uses them like tonfas. And he says about the different ways you can hold them and things. Or is that the enemy uses tonfas and says the different ways you can hold them? I can't remember.
No,
it was really interesting.
Yeah.
But there's some really interesting points.
I swear you didn't see
really
much.
Cool.
And I swear you didn't see much of a fight. It was just like,
no, but it was the cerebral action. It was the cerebral action.
God.
I am
Are you sure? Are you sure? You don't want to put this in as best isekai. You want to put this in as best action.
Oh, no, best isekai? No, this is terrible isekai. This shouldn't have been isekai at all. It's ridiculous. I don't go with so much stuff at the moment. It's just isekai, and it just shouldn't. It doesn't
need to be.
So,
doesn't need to be at all.
Yeah.
You could have just started. The entire isekai episode is almost disconnected from the rest of the series.
What?
They could have just started with him in the other.
You mean the first episode?
Yeah.
You know, the first episode was written for the anime.
Yes, I know it's true. Yeah. Let's say, because I've got some things to talk about best isekai, about the concept of isekai again when we get to isekai. Let's move on though, and we'll save that for what's next. Is that so? You know. Well, is it? Of course, you're going to Eminence in Shadow.
Isekai is next.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do difficult.
Oh, Black Summoner was pretty fun. That was fun. That was alright. Was that isekai?
Yes.
Oh yes, because he forgets his memories again.
Yeah.
It's like, again, does it need to be? I don't know.
I mean,
Hammer in the Labyrinth of Another World. Clearly.
Shut up, you. I got so much action.
Yeah, that should have been the best action series.
I've noticed, so I haven't put it for anything, and I do want to say, while Xeno's just flicking through the thing, Komi Can't Communicate Season 2 did have some amazing points in it. I mean, it was a bit... If it would been better if it came out straight after Season 1, it would have kept the momentum going, and you did have My Dress Up Darling in between as a drama.
You also had the bad COVID animation episodes.
They've corrected those for the...
Oh, have they?
I didn't.
They have corrected.
I didn't. Oh, thank goodness.
I would assume that they would, but yeah.
Yeah, they have gone back and corrected those for the full like DVD releases and things. But it did have some amazing moments though. It did have good quality and there's good writing. Like there's even just like the cut between the bang in like episode 1 or 2. And then do you remember the last episode with the rubber fighting? The rubber championship. It was amazing when they do all JoJo. They go.
Oh
JoJo.
yes,
That'd be amazing. Yeah. Well, some great moments in Season 2, but it just
okay.
I feel it did try, but yeah. And Spy Family is, I feel, consistently okay, but its climax is at the start of season 2 and not at the end. So it's just like, I don't know if the first part of Spy Family was. Yeah, it probably was as well this year, wasn't it? And it's just like the problem with Spy Family is it is a long story, and I don't feel we've even hit.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm an idiot. I should have picked Summertime Rendering for best drama.
Silly goober. I am gonna say it's Cyberpunk Edge Runner for best action. In all honesty, like it is a toss up between Cyberpunk and Spriggan. I think Spriggan was really, really well done. But I mean, the great thing about Cyberpunk is that it's just a closed-knit story as well as all the other stuff going for it. So at least I'm not jonesing for more. So, but there's that's not really a great deal about the action. So let's move on to the next one, which is best isekai.
I'm going from Another World.
I was going to say, bring out this.
Sorry, guys.
Is that I do feel a lot of shows this year. It's like what we've had a whole episode talking about what is an isekai in the past, and obviously we were doing on things to do with that the character has to move to a different world and can't go back and all this other thing. Whereas this
not
year,
necessarily can't go back, but has no control over their ability to go back.
Yeah,
like they have to fulfill a thing or something.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because the thing I was going to point out this year is there was a lot to do with what actually is the character bringing from before. We had what was it? There was something black or something, Black Summoner or something.
Yeah, Black Summoner.
Black Summoner, where the main character literally hands over his memories from before to gain extra points. And so we get none of his character from before has any impact on his world going forward. There seems to be,
so is it really an isekai?
Yeah, and did it need to be an isekai?
Yeah.
And then what was the other one I was going to complain about? That I said, is that an isekai? I can't remember what it was now. It was the fantasy we looked at on this list. I said, is that an isekai? And we were like, oh, maybe it was the Black Summoner. But we also had, what was the other one that I was going to think about this year that was an isekai? And it's like, well, what actually did... I mean, because you get things like... What was it called?
My Isekai Life. Parallel World
you get ReZero. You get ReZero, where it clearly is, the character is a person from this world brought into that world. You can feel that the whole time, they never stop being a person from this world. But then you also get things like
the Eminence Shadow.
What? No. What? Yeah, no. Actually, yeah, good point. That's still good as well. What's our favorite isekai?
Shield Hero?
No, that fell down to season 2.
Mushoku Tensei.
Mushoku Tensei, that's the one. In Mushoku Tensei, the character is still there.
Yeah.
And they do a good way of separating it, right? But then you've got things like Eminence in Shadow, with what is the character bringing from the other world? Apart from in that one, it's just some weird fetish of not wanting to use his powers, and that's it. It's like, what actually do we feel that this character is from the other? I mean, what does it really bring anything important? And the only other thing I could think of is that he told his team some of the things from the other world so that we get to end up with a lingerie store so that we can have a half an episode with them selecting lingerie.
Oh, and also somebody who writes books that based on our stories, you know. Yeah. So
Exactly.
Who gets some cat fight with the princess.
So I'm not sure it kept up the whole time and it was that great a show as a whole, but my favorite isekai is actually the pharmacist.
Parallel World Pharmacist?
Yes, there were some really good points in that to do with that he did bring across. Like you could see the Queen has been infected with TB, and he has to. Nobody believes him, and they were like, "Oh, we're basically going to euthanize her slowly." And he's like, "No, we will do this, this, and this." And he has to prove to people. So he invents a microscope. And I actually looked up the type of microscope it was, and it actually did exist. And it wasn't really interesting. Where you get glass and you stretch it to make a bead, and then you put that bead in a card and you look through it. And it was the first kind of type of microscope. And the guy actually invented it for looking at making better cloth. It was like a tailor or something, but it actually had implications for how to be a microscope because it's the glass. And I actually watched an entire YouTube video about it, and it's in this show. And there's other things to do with like infection. So the cat infection, disease, the use of drugs and things, the use of science to think it. And so the character is actually bringing something into the universe. His character. Whereas in other isekais, they just don't need to be an isekai. There's no reason for it to be an isekai, and no reason for the character to have any benefit apart from they're just like, oh, this is an isekai, so we can get that tag. So that's why I feel this is my favorite isekai of the year.
Okay. So I as Loz was talking, there is a lot here in terms of isekais. There are very what?
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, there we go.
It's fine, keep talking.
Okay, ooh. There are a lot of isekais here, and in all honesty, there are very few I actually watched to completion. Right? I just got bored through so many. So if I had to pick, it would have to be between Reincarnated as a Sword, Your Boy Kong Ming, and Uncle from Another World. Now, because technically Your Boy Kong Ming is a reverse isekai, and Uncle from Another World is technically like an X isekai, if you two were to veto that, it would fall back to... Huh?
A D-sekai.
A D-sekai. If you two were to veto those, then it would be Reincarnated as a Sword. Otherwise, I would happily say Uncle from Another World. It was just so good. A completely different take. The fact that the guy is just completely obsessed with Sonic. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
See, as Loz was talking... I'm sorry, go ahead.
But, I was going to say about Sword. Does it really need to be an isekai?
Yeah.
Well, apart from the making of curry...
I felt the same way about Skeleton Knight as you were talking. Because I love Skeleton Knight. It's a great comedy. It's a great action. But does it really matter that he came from another world? No, the only thing that really matters is the ninjas are a crossover from somebody else.
Yeah, but I mean that's the case with like nearly all of these isekais because again, Overlord. What does Ein Zorn Gar?
Well, he brings knowledge of the game systems.
Yeah, the game system.
Huh? Yeah. But that's all of them. They all do that.
No.
Sword brings.
In Ein Zorn does have the knowledge of the entire setup of all the characters being a creation of his friends in the gaming world, and also any changes or things in the gaming world, you have that. It's interesting, because I was about to say that what I feel what shows are doing is they're sticking in an isekai just so our protagonist can be a fish out of water, and so they can experience with the audience. Where and that's why we completely wipe the noise, so that they always go, oh, what's that? Let me explain to the audience. Oh, what's that? Whereas if they were a character in the world who knew about the world, they wouldn't do that. At least in Overlord, they do show a comparison between things Ainz is aware of, and then sometimes he goes, they didn't have that in the game, so that at least there is something there. So that's actually useful. What was I going to go with?
But they always feel like off. But with Overlord, it always feels like an off comment.
Yeah, but right? At least but at the same time, there's also the fact that his entire crypt, or I can't remember what it's called now, Nazarick, and all the people there are linked to him through. It does aid the setup of the show. How did this character start with all this stuff? Compared to guy who is reincarnated as a sword, he could have just started as a sentient sword. It does. The only thing it has that needed the isekai-ness is the knowledge of curry. That is it. There is no other reason. He doesn't bring anything else to the table from his previous isekai life.
Yeah, but I mean, we could literally say that for a Black Summoner as well.
Yes, you could.
He can't actually genuinely remember any of it.
But
for some reason, they also... It's stupid with Black Summoner, because I recall they sometimes do let a few things leak through. He is aware that he is an isekai person, just to have his memory.
Which doesn't make sense.
Do we need any of this?
Why aren't you just an amnesiac?
Yeah, why can't he be a creation of the goddess? A fancy creation of the goddess, like we have to make a hero soul. It's weird. Yeah. I do feel that a lot of lazy... Well, not lazy, but it is a bit lazy.
It's a bit lazy. Plot device.
Yeah, so that way it just fish out of water the main character. It's like as if we just went, oh, we've got to have a fancy world, but we amnesiac the main character. I think they did that in My Princess Connect, actually. Yeah.
I mean, like in
that's also
they did my Princess Connect, like Reconnect, just I hate the fact that the main character just has no voice. I mean, I tried watching the first season, and I'm like, I want to try and go back to it, but he doesn't say or do anything. You really do.
He is literally a MacGuffin in humanoid form.
Yeah. Uncle works because it's genre savvy. He brings his genre savviness to this other world. I guess that can be true for Skeleton as well.
Okay. I want to tell you about one of the best jokes in Uncle. Right? Have either of you ever had a Sega Mega Drive or a Sega Genesis? Right.
No, but I've played with one.
Okay. Have you ever played Golden Axe?
Yes.
Probably.
Right. Do you know about the downward attack? So you jump and then you do a downward attack.
Oh, yes.
Can't recall.
Right?
It's been a while.
Yeah. So he basically tries to apply this logic in real life while trying to fight a goblin horde. So he's like trying to he jumps up really high and he tries to do a slam attack in the ground, but the goblins just step out of the way and he misses all the time.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's brilliant. It's so funny. Like, that's my recommendation. That's my nomination, rather. Nasuth.
Well, as much as I want to say Uncle, I'm actually going to say Executioner, based on how LOZ was like kind of pitching his. I'm going to say Executioner in a Way of Life because it's such an interesting take on the isekai. Even though there were parts of it that kind of bothered me, overall it was honestly a really good watch. I'd watch another season if it came out. I think. I somehow doubt it will, but I would. And just the fact that it was an isekai from the perspective of the world, the people in the world, and not the character, and how they're actually a bad thing to have happen in this world, and it's such an interesting take.
Well, I remember the first person that you get to interact with that is actually on screen right now, and he's like, oh yeah, I can teach you how to like do electricity and all this, and he's like, no, this stuff has been brought here from like decades ago. You can't teach us shit. Right? We're more advanced than you are. And I did really like the take on this. The only reason why this wasn't a recommendation for me is I didn't finish it. Right? So like, it's a really strong premise and things, I just kind of put it down and didn't pick it back up again.
Yeah, it does get a little bogged down when they get to the coastal city, but I think that's all...
Literally where I stopped. That's where I stopped.
I think that was all sort of set up for the next part, if there is one.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if there will be another part, because, again, this was competing against Summertime Rendering and Spy Family. So.
Yeah.
Should we move on to the next one?
Best Mecha series.
I mean, come on.
It's AIM, obviously. I mean,
okay.
Duh.
So,
no, I'm sorry. It's Attack on Titan. It is Attack on Titan.
So
obviously.
Friendship with Nasuth ended. So.
Are there even any other ones besides those and Gundam?
Megaton Musashi?
We didn't watch that. None of us watched that. Did you watch that?
No, I think that was
2021. There was a second.
Year.
Yeah, there was a second core this year.
Yeah, it was the second season for that, and also another section for. Oh God, what is it called?
AIM?
No. I always forget the name of it. I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up. Oh God, what is it called?
Do we even have it in the list?
No, I don't think I brought it up, but it would have.
Oh, Mulov Alternative.
Yeah, Mulov Alternative. Which, by the way, I basically got bored and went to the wiki and read the rest of it, and we still haven't reached the end of the bloody wiki on the show on that one. And that's just, it's getting to the weird stuff now. And it's just like, why is this weird show just like weird? I hope they finish it, because I want to see the end of it. But it's just like, it's just weird, and it's just a show which they just kill people off, and I'm like, but this is a dating sim or some sort of thing. It's like, but why? How did somebody decide to make this the next show? But it's like the good. I remember watching the spin-off of it, and I loved the spin-off of it because it's just focused on the aliens fighting the mechs, whereas this is just like, oh, it's just weird. It's just weird. So yeah, it's got to be Gundam, because we had Gundam this year.
Yeah, they're really just. I mean, there were only 3 shows. Well, if you count Attack on Titan, there were only like 3 mech shows that I'm even aware of this year. And
there were going to be more. It's just we probably just didn't watch them.
Maybe
I didn't see many more.
Yeah,
but like I say, a main Megaton and I've got what is it called again?
Huh?
Mulov.
Mulov.
Yeah, I keep thinking. Yeah, Love Ru, but no, it's Mulov. Yeah, Mulov Alternative. Yeah, so
Love Ru.
Yeah,
as interesting as AIM was towards the end, it got bogged down in the middle, and anyway,
the thing is, AIM. Yeah, no, AIM to me, I saw the potential in it, but instead it just, like, the first few episodes are really good and things, and it just, unlike Gundam, it just lost its mature arc. It just, like, these characters.
No, it picks it back up by the end, but you've got all this middle section to get through before you get back to that.
But do we get, like, the equivalent of the end of Witch of Mercury level stuff?
I think they actually resolve everything. Like, I don't think there is a second season.
No. What, we already had a second section. Yeah.
No, that was
the plot, but like, I meant that but the kids never really. They started to, but I really feel they didn't gain a full Horrors of War arc to them. They started to get like a bit, and it was like they had the whole "do I get in the robot" thing, and I felt it was good. They did the way they did it, but then they just didn't go anywhere. It was weird.
Yeah.
I felt it spent too much time focusing on we're rebuilding Japan, and look at these cute flying digital things, and then it just went ridiculous of its obsession over the fourth one, the ghost one. It was just obsessed with that, and other people getting the stuff of it, and like, oh, I've got the data for it, but that's not it. You need the AI of it, and I'm like, I don't care about some one stupid mech that's just really good and has an AI in it, and they're all caring about that the whole time. It's just like they did too much with that. It really shouldn't have continued into season 2. The whole, was it Ghost or something? I was sick of that mech. It was just so annoying. But the whole show revolved around it. It was terrible. Yeah, it's got to be Witch of Mercury.
Yep. Undisputed champion.
Right, now we're into the most annoying supporting character.
From a MAME, the AI things, the one for the girls unit.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
They just called her princess and things all the time. It's like, right, I'm just sick of this. I accepted the main characters one. I accepted I think it was like a little fox one that was white.
Yeah, the little fox.
Those were fine. Yeah. But the one that was for the girls, when it was blue, it was just insufferable.
Yeah,
I hated it, and then it was just there to be conflicting with the main characters one, and it was just silly and actual posh and uppity, and I really didn't like that character. The others I accepted begrudgingly because at least it was like they were trying to do something different with it and giving the mech kind of a personality. That one was just annoying, and I just couldn't stand it. You guys?
The healer in Don't Hurt Me, My Healer.
Oh my.
Yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you?
I couldn't. Well, I don't know. I don't even know the full thing about that character. But I just remember watching one episode and just wanted to tear my eyes out. I was just like, what is the show?
I watched.
And normally I stick by our. Yeah, I know.
And it was
my brain.
I watched 4 actually.
You poor person. Why would you do this to yourself?
Okay. I know what mine is. Okay. So, sorry. Who say what?
For Laws, it's
no. Don't say a word.
No. Okay. Yes.
Why isn't Nasuth say a word?
Because you're supposed to listen.
You said the weird fox thing from Amame, and then you kind of meandered around a bunch of places.
And then Nasuth said,
"Shit, I have to back of the list because crossed over it." Why can't you just tell me?
He just ignores us, Nasuth. We're not really.
I heard you say the weird fox thing from Amame.
It was the healer from Don't Hurt Me, My Healer.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Who I don't know if she counts as a supporting character or a. No, it's comedy relief, isn't it? And that's what she's. Oh no, supporting. Yeah, most of supporting character. But I think technically the hero is supposed to be the main character, and she's just the comedy foil. But that makes her a supporting character, and she is annoying as fuck. So
sorry. You know. Oh, here's the other thing about AIM, by the way, at the top, just while it's on screen here. The mech design was like okay in season 1, then these things turned up and they were awful. And it started talking about like we got nothing about the development of them. These better ones just turned up, and it was just so. It was just like feeling a Gundam show shoved through a filter or a sieve, getting like the pulp, but with none of the good stuff. I mean, look at that mech design. It's uninspired. It's just disgusting.
We have purple eyes.
We are evil with purple eyes. Ugh. Anyway, back to so what's your most annoying supporting characters, you know?
Okay. So in season 2 of The Devil is a Part-Timer, we have this dumbass baby, which comes from nowhere and seriously just ruins what little there was of the series. It doesn't make sense, right? If you were to take a female person in your life that is around your age that you barely tolerate, right? And then all of a sudden a baby comes out of nowhere and apparently is the result of your union with this other female protagonist.
So I've seen work.
I've seen like the first half of season 1 of this because I was trying to catch up on it. So it's the main demon lord and
hers, the one on the left,
the hero.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's apparently their kid. They have never done the nasty ever, and this kid just comes out of a dimensional portal was it an egg or a peach? I can't remember. I think it was a peach. And then all of a sudden, and now they have a kid together, and I'm like. And no,
that's how demon angel babies work.
No. So what I think has happened, right? I'm gonna guess the whole plot is effectively at some point in time the pair of them get together, right? And they end up having a kid. Like I'm talking way in the future, and as a result, that future offspring goes back in time to then dump the baby version of herself on them at that point in time.
So it's Chibi Moon. It's Chibi Moon. Ah.
What the fuck is Chibi Moon?
You know Sailor Moon? The little pink-haired Chibi girl is their daughter from the future.
Yeah. So I genuinely think that's it. I genuinely do, right? and like it just felt so bad. I watched 2 episodes of this, and here we go. It's this weird peach golden egg thing, and you know the hero's like, I'm gonna kill this thing, and the baby
hands come out.
while inside just catches the sword, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's awful. I just no, and like I genuinely stopped watching it because
it's Trunks. It's Trunks. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I get it. Yeah.
If it was Trunks, sure, right? But the baby can't do anything like this again. Like,
great, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Most annoying supporting character. Right. Okay.
Ooh. Best girl / and or wife, probably and waifu.
No, best or because like you know it could be a case of you wouldn't want this person to be.
Yeah, but you could pick 2. You could have your best girl and your best waifu.
No, you pick one.
Fine.
She's either your best girl or your best waifu, right? And I'm gonna pick first. Really easy pick. Gonna be Lucy from Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, you wouldn't say that.
Fair enough. I'm quite shocked. Like, no, I'm quite shocked he's picked that. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I was shocked he didn't pick Marin.
Yeah. I would have picked Marin for best girl. I would have picked Komi for best girl, but it's easily Lucy for best waifu. What she goes through, what she does. What Raftalia?
You know, the Raftalia that we had.
But Rising of the Shield Hero came out like 5 years ago. I don't know what you're talking about.
There wasn't a season 2. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what season? What are you talking about? Anyway,
you know that one there. That it just goes from the orbital children to the strongest sage. Wow, you're right. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So anyway, but Lucy,
still as turtle of stupid pointlessness. That'd be good.
Yes.
What does the turtle do? It sort of disappears. It sort of appears.
That's
Tells I sleep with you, corrupt you, and then they're like. Yes, he probably could have gotten that actually. Most annoying supporting character. He kept turning up and just being like, "Oh, and I'm important." It's like, but we haven't had any history with you or anything. But you're sad that I died, but we don't know why. So terrible. You must care about me now. No.
But yeah, what Lucy goes through, what she sacrifices, I love it. It's brilliant. Her character is just so well rounded out. Amazing character. Nasuth is flicking through.
Did Loz already pick one?
I'm waiting for you now to pick his.
You're waiting for me to pick mine? Oh, well, best waifu is clearly Makima. Because she knows all about the sex.
Who's he picking?
Makima from Chainsaw Man.
Which one's that? Is that
one?
The
boss one. Not Power, the other pink-haired girl. I guess Power's more blonde, isn't she? Yeah. Power's more blonde, isn't she? Yeah.
Power is just flat out blonde.
Sometimes the coloring makes it look like it's pink, but yeah.
What? When?
The lighting, the shading.
When I squint my eyes and turn my head sideways.
I will find it for you anyway. Yeah. She knows all about the God. She knows all about the sex things. Best waifu.
I'm surprised you didn't say like is it Homino? Again from Chainsaw Man.
Oh,
the one with the eye patch.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Homino, I just said it 2 seconds ago.
Himeno, not Homino. Himeno.
Homino.
Or Kobeni. Kobeni's great because she knows all about the sex things too.
Oh God, no! Benny.
No, Makima. Yeah.
That was a lie. God. Anyone who has read the manga of Chainsaw Man, I also feel you.
Yeah, you feel how sexy Makima is.
Lars, go on then.
Well, obviously, special mentions go to Marin and Komi, but I'm going to give it to Nim from Guide to Rising a Nation Out of Debt.
Holy shit! Really?
Why?
No. I'm
That's not even
glad that.
Or is it?
But I No, it is. I'm just trying to remember what the fucking thumbnail looks like. There she is. Yeah, no, honestly, that's a brilliant pick. I would have thought you would have gone with either Komi or
Komi. I think Komi got it last year, and I thought it was great. But I know there's better stuff coming up with Komi that'll definitely win it if we have more seasons of Komi.
Oh,
which I'm not spoiling for you guys, even if we never get it, because I'll make you read the manga. And Marin was great, but like I say, I have that one issue with. I do feel that it's very parasitic relationship. But Nim here is this just absolute support for, is it Wine? She's an amazing foil. Yeah. She's funny. She is very supportive, very, what's the word? Effective when she needs to be. You know, she's not a weakling. She has a side boob, for the side boob. She's very practical. She, when needed, still can fight, still can aid him, has to motivate him to get things done, which is hilarious. And I just think it's a great relationship between the two guys, the two characters there. And I think my best girl for the year. Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Fair enough. No, it's a solid pick. Don't get me wrong. I just, kind of surprised.
I'm learning so much about you guys.
He's doubting my picks.
No, I think it's an excellent pick.
He's just covering his hatred with shock.
I did actually put in an extra one in here, which for some strange reason has disappeared. But the next one I was going to have was the worst protagonist.
Ooh.
Right? So not. Scroll up. It's most stupid protagonist, best protagonist, but there was also going to be a worst protagonist. So this
worst and stupid. Okay.
Well, I mean, which doesn't mean that you have to be stupid to be like the worst protagonist, right? Yeah.
No, if you want, why don't you tell us which?
I will lead this, right? And I'll happily say, pretty much any of the protagonists from World's End Harem.
Oh God.
They literally do nothing the entire time apart from be there.
Yeah, I mean, do we have 2 or 3?
3.
So we've got main character who for some reason, not really understanding the situation he's in, being told you have to have sex with these people to save the planet, and says, no, I will only have sex with my girlfriend. We don't know where she is, or I'm going to go out and find her, even though it's very risky for me to go outside this building. And by the way, I have to basically have sex with everyone for the rest of my life to save the planet. But no, I will find my one girlfriend, and for some reason, everyone accepts this fact. Then we've got this kid in front of us here, which is just he's just an idiot. This guy is just 10 pieces of crayon short of a box, and I think there's only 10 bits of crayon in a box. And he's just so stupid. I don't get him. He just starts abusing one person because he doesn't like them, and he's weird.
No, because they were abusive to him when he was before he was frozen.
I know. And then he starts getting twisted by the scenario that they're put him in, and I have no idea why they did all of this anyway. And what was the third protagonist? I don't remember the third protagonist.
No, it was the first guy that was already awake. It was the Chad that wanted to.
Oh, I can't remember them following him, but.
Exactly, that's another point. The fucking all 3 of the guys are just complete. Yeah, there he is. Just wastes of space, right? They do and achieve nothing, right? They are horrible protagonists. And dear God, if this ever gets a second season, fuck knows what would happen. They'd probably just cease to exist to begin with, right?
I do remember also that I think last year we put this was the terrible waste of the most funny. This should have been a comedy, and it would have been an amazing comedy. It would have been a brilliant comedy, and instead they play it seriously, and you're like, why?
Those fools.
Have you, out of interest, have you ever heard of Saber Marionette J?
No.
So the premise is effectively humanity has gone space exploration, and there was an accident, and basically the only population that has survived are men, right? So in order to prevent the men from going insane, they create these marionettes that are all female. They're all just basically androids, right?
Sex dolls.
And I don't know if they can do that. I can't remember if they can. But the whole point, the whole premise is that they fill in the role of female characters, or and it's funny as hell. It is so funny, right? And this had a prime opportunity to do something just as dumb, but they just completely screwed it up. It is an awful series.
It's played seriously, and it's like, I don't get why. What were you trying to achieve with this? It's just it doesn't want to say anything. It just has its premise, and then just sort of rolls around in it like mud and be like, yeah. It's like, no, you haven't achieved anything, show. Don't think you're clever.
Yeah. So the worst protagonists.
Okay, cool. I don't have any worst protagonists. I don't know if Nasuth does.
Eren Yeager.
Okay, good. Right. So let's move on to...
I mean, literally wants to destroy the world. I don't know how it can get any worse than that.
Okay, so do you not want to nominate anything else?
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, right. So what's the next one?
Most stupid.
Okay, that's easy. That's the fucking...
You're gonna say Eminence in Shadow, aren't you?
I am gonna fucking say Eminence in fucking Shadow. Because the guy couldn't be any more goddamn stupid if he tried. If the guy was missing half of his brain, that would be an improvement. I can't... Do I really need to elaborate?
No. I mean, I don't even disagree with you.
Okay.
Although I'm trying to see if I can find one that's stupider.
Stupidest, Nasuth.
Stupidest.
Like, I just can't believe, like, he's shown time and time again that he is in,
well,
like,
maybe
this
the
is
one from
the scenario.
Tomodachi game, but he's one of those that's, I'm so smart because I'm smart, but really he's not. Anyway, yeah.
I love the show, and I agree with
exactly.
He is the stupidest protagonist.
So fucking stupid.
Maybe the guy from Orient, maybe as a secondary contender, maybe, but
nowhere near as stupid as this guy. Like, that girl's being kidnapped. I'm just gonna stand here and watch. Later, to attack these kidnappers while wearing a bandana?
Yeah.
Balaclava. Sorry, balaclava. No, yeah, balaclava. And jumping in through a skylight, not
Just like
shattering
Batman.
my ankles.
Just
right?
like Batman.
I could call the police and give them the license
He
plate.
trained his ankles.
He trained in ankles, did he?
He trained his ankles.
He didn't skip ankle day. He didn't skip ankle day.
To commit suicide.
It's stupid. Yeah, I love that. It's like you've got this character. You're like, this character is going to be important. A lot of effort's been put into designing this girl character. She's going to be
No.
Yeah. It just that's its hallmark.
I hate the first episode so much, but not as much as I hate the main character. He's just so stupid.
Yeah, I don't understand the addition of the first episode. I've rewatched the show bits and pieces a few times. I don't think I bothered to rewatch episode 1 because I don't.
It has no impact. It has zero impact. There's no point to it.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, some decent contenders. The characters from Love or Kill.
Love of Kill, yeah.
Love of Kill, sorry.
Yeah.
They are pretty stupid.
They are pretty stupid, but they're more just annoying. They're another one of those where they're written to be smart, whereas Eminence and Shadow, I don't think he's supposed to be written to be smart.
No, I think he's written to be like the most brain-damaged character in existence.
See, they were supposed to be smart. It's a case of it's like Battle After 5 Seconds or any of those Tomodachi game. Or they're supposed to be smart, but they're really just not.
Okay.
Best protagonist?
Wait, did Loz nominate anyone?
Oh yeah.
No, I agreed with you.
Yeah.
I love that show. But I agree with you. He's the stupidest protagonist ever. It's so stupid. And you can say on the show all the protagonists. I have no idea what the protagonist's position is anymore on anything. I'm waiting for the show to take an episode to breathe so I can understand,
what's going on?
Does he believe that the cult exists now? Is he going to do anything about it? Is he going to continue his stupidity of being this Eminence in Shadow? It's like, what, if he's the Eminence in Shadow, isn't he supposed to be like supporting the main characters? Shouldn't he like decide who the main character is? Because a while he used to say, that person's clearly going to be a main character, or that's a named character, and yes, I can't wait to go to the city. We could definitely find the main character or main characters there. And then he finally gets to the city, and it's like, are you going to start doing anything with the main characters? Instead, his few interactions with like any of the people who are clearly important and named is just like, you should leave this alone, or you shouldn't get involved in this. And it's like, well, come on, can we advance this, please? I'm just like, yeah, it's just there.
Okay. Right, let's move on to the best protagonist.
I'm having such a tough time with this.
Really?
Yeah.
Loz says Comey? Did Loz say Comey?
Sure.
Comey.
Protagonist.
Oh shit, what season was Comey in? Spring? There's Comey.
I mean, she is the protagonist. She is really good this season.
I'm seeing a secondary one there, which I do kind of feel I want to bring up because it was interesting, but I don't feel it gets best. It was I'm Quitting Heroing. The protagonist was quite interesting.
Nah.
Until the end.
Yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from, Loz, but I would instantly hand down.
Maybe that was better. Maybe that would be fit. I think we got best setting, or maybe I'll save it for that. But no, Comey was a great protagonist this season. I thought Comey was great. Or I will take my second up of Anya. Anya was the best second.
Anya is really good. Oh man. Well, see, the problem is that I know if I pick this one, then it's going to be 2 in a row that I'm picking the same show. And
do it.
I think I'm going to have to. It's going to be
Tomodachi game.
Yes. No, it's going to be Shinpei from Summertime Rendering. Because he was just willing to put it all on the line to save his friends and his family and everyone that everyone on this island, possibly everyone in the world. And oh man, yeah, he was willing to go through pain and torture and seeing people die and just having to deal with it, having to internalize it every time. And you could see his pain and his struggle, but also like his burning desire to keep going and keep getting there and finally figure things out and uncover this mystery a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's out of Disney jail now. You should watch it.
Finally. Does it have a dub?
I believe it does.
Did Disney actually do the dub?
I don't know. I will have to look into that.
Okay. This is a hard, difficult choice to make. However, I am going to say, if I can find it, I'm going to say, where the hell are they?
Lol.
I'm going to say Police in a Pod. I'm just going to say it's the two female police officers in Police in a Pod.
They were pretty good.
They were really good.
Very real, believable characters.
Very much so. I love the engagement between the ex-detective senior officer. She was an ex-detective. She did transfer back to being a beat cop, didn't she? I think Loz is trying to remember.
What?
Not listening to it.
I really wasn't listening, and I'll own up to that.
No, that's fine. So the senior police officer she was an ex-detective, wasn't she? She transferred back from
something like that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I love the rookie. The rookie was just like, she thought
her dad was a police officer, so she kind of felt she had to be a police officer or something.
Yeah. So yeah, I love Police and Pod. I think it's brilliant. The protagonists in both of the characters are just fantastic characters. There are alternative options and things, but I don't think even David from
Edgerunners,
Cyberpunk, from Edgerunners is as well-rounded and well thought out as these two characters. How these characters, obviously either this was written by an ex-police officer or was written in conjunction with an ex-police officer, or with a police officer. It's really, really well thought out, and I love how well rounded out these characters are, especially the one that, you know, is like the one of my favorite episodes is like, oh, we'll take the search and rescue hound, and like, you know, the two experienced police officers are like, oh fuck, you didn't just nominate us for that, did you? And like, they're having to just run after constantly this dog.
Oh
as
yeah,
the dog just goes mental trying to find the lost, you know. They're like, no, don't pick the dog. Yeah, so yeah, that's who I'm gonna nominate. So moving on to the next one.
Most original setting. Sorry, not most original. It's not most original setting. It's
best original premise.
Best original premise. That's it.
Right. So I linked the pair of you a page on Anime Planet just to simply see which ones basically have no source material. Right. So that, like, these are original premises and things like that. I can really easily pick one. Or unless you guys have yours to hand.
Oh wait, what are we saying? Why is this?
So this is original premise. So basically, this has no source material, right? This this wasn't a manga. This wasn't a light novel. This wasn't a video game. This is just a best original premise.
Is this the list in front of us?
Yes. So. Right, so while they are looking...
Summertime Rendering isn't on here? Is that not? Is that not an original work? Oh my gosh.
So, for me, can we just make sure that it has actually changed the background for a second? Yes, it has. Yeah, okay. So for me, it is Lycros Recoil, or Licorice Recoil. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to pronounce it. I thought this was brilliant. The dynamics between the characters was great. The bubbliness, the contrast between the characters was fantastic. Everything about, like, this was again a series that I really enjoyed watching the day of release. I didn't wait for it to stockpile or anything like that. I just love the whole setting. It's not...
What's on page 2 now?
Oh, there's a page 2. Thank you,
That's just like, oh, thank God.
Summertime Rendering actually started its manga in 2017, so it's not going to be on here.
Oh.
Scroll down, Nasuth. What we got?
Those guys.
Keep going. Come on. Keep going. Come on. I'm trying to find anything.
Housing Complex C.
There's the Witch of Mercury prologue.
Well, the Witch of Mercury is on page 1. At the top.
Yeah, it's the Witch of Mercury prologue. I thought it was.
Is it? I thought it was the whole Witch of Mercury, not just the prologue. I can't see anything on page 2 that interests me. Yeah, go back to page 1. Right at the top. Is that the prologue? Yeah, there's a prologue. Where's the rest of it, though? The rest of it must be on here. I mean, I know it has no manga.
We'll just say The Witch from Mercury, then.
Yeah, it's got to be The Witch from Mercury.
You see, The Witch from Mercury is based on The Witch from Mercury prologue. You see.
You're probably right. It's probably why it's not listed. But yeah, okay, well, fine. To be honest, actually, Witch from Mercury prologue was amazing. So yeah, let's take that.
Cool.
I think I'm gonna have to say, Tokyo 24th Ward.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because that one had the whole, interesting technology evolving and augmenting humans, and like, what can audio do to your brain? Because we do know it can do some weird things to your brain. What's when you're given an impossible choice, what do you do? How, just lots of good stuff in it. Lots of really good stuff in it.
When did it come out?
Spring? Winter? It was really early. It must have been winter.
Yeah, there it is. It was winter. Sorry, I couldn't find it.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, it's the one where, like, the girl dies and then this weird AI starts patrolling policing the city and predicting crime and all sorts of fun stuff like that. It's
a Psychopaths.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah.
Right. We move on to the next one then?
Yeah. Oh, best intro, outro. I know the best intro. Best intro is Skeleton Man. Or Skeleton Knight. 100%.
That was brilliant.
What intro?
Or outro.
Or
yeah,
outro.
you know what? I'm going to give it that because I don't want to give everything to Witcher Mercury the whole time. So yeah, definitely.
Where...
Again, great intro. Oh, no, actually, you know what, hard pick. I do like Skeleton Knight, but I can't remember if we had do we have season 2 of Spy Family this year?
We did.
Yeah,
And
I like the
yes.
intro of that. I know Naz prefers the season 1 one, and I do think season 1 is great, but I actually really enjoyed the season 2 one as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
You're allowed to be wrong. You know, that's just.
Wow.
That's fine. No, it's fine.
Such a good intro.
Oh, the first summertime rendering intro was really good too. Oh man, there's
Did they
so
change
many.
it?
Yeah, the second half was not as good. Same with Spy Family. It was much more generic sort of anime intro, and I was but the first one was so cool.
Actually, I'm gonna give it to the intro of
Uncle from Another
Urusei
World.
Yasuda.
Ah,
No, Urusei Yasuda. This was actually, really popping, jamming tune. I completely missed.
Oh, your boy coming?
No, not your boy
No.
coming. Urusei Yasuda. It did. I was gonna pick that, but then I just remembered, what one was I sad that and it was Urusei Yasuda. I just got completely sad when the first intro and outro just swapped over to the second one. I was like, yo, I'm all sad and stuff. Urusei Yasuda.
You know that window thing where you shake your mouse a little bit and it makes the
Yeah,
dust go away?
it pisses me off.
That never happens to
me
me.
off,
It just did.
Just did.
Oh, I think you guys have frozen. Hang on 1 second. There we go.
I don't think we did.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Either way, that window had shrunk. So
Are you holding really still?
he is.
What?
No, he's fine. It's fine now.
No, it's
It's fine now.
it looks frozen to me.
It's fine now. Is it? Does it?
Okay. Looks like on.
Oh shoot! It does.
Hands flying at the thing.
I'll
turn my camera on off. Do you want me to turn my camera on off?
No. You're fine on the other window. It's just Discord. This for some
I don't
reason.
need to move. It's fine.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next one, which is
Fixed it.
best underdog. This is really subjective. This is like, a show that rarely got any praise or any limelight. So even though Licorice Recoil got a lot of memeage, it instantly takes it off of the table. Yeah. So it's completely subjective.
So no Bocchi the Rock either.
Yeah, no Bocchi the Rock either, because that got a lot of attention. So again, super subjective. I'm actually gonna give this to Utopia.
Yeah, I guess outside of Tokusatsu circles, nobody really was talking about it. Tokusatsu, yeah.
Well, it's not just that, but the animation was really well done. It wasn't CG at any point in time. They could have easily copped out on that. The story was pretty good. The fan service was a little heavy, but I mean, they didn't just rip off the main Tokusatsu series. They did actually evolve the characters. They didn't fall back into the stereotypical, I'm just gonna slap you at the back of the head with a slipper. That would happen in every fucking episode of the Tokusatsu. So, I feel that this was one that a lot of people wouldn't have bothered looking at because it is Kamen Rider. And, I think you even enjoyed it, didn't you, Nasuth?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I was eagerly waiting for it to come out.
Yeah. So, and you hadn't seen the original at all, didn't you?
I've seen a lot of I'm very aware of Kamen Rider, but I've never actually watched any of it, any of the show, any of the series. Is like all
no,
the way
but you've
through.
not seen any of Double.
No, I've never seen any of Double.
You not?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Aside from
Right,
maybe a video here or there, maybe.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, it was really good. Very easy to get into as somebody who has not actually watched the original source material.
Yeah. What say you both?
Gosh, Underdog. So hard to pick. So hard to think of one.
This is where Loz goes. Got
Which
Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World.
Oh, no, not Harem of Another World. I think Skeleton Knight and your boy Kong Ming, because I feel they came from nowhere and they were really decent to watch. I really enjoyed Skeleton Knight. It did get a bit. It was trying to build its world too quickly in one season, and it's like trying to do a lot for one season. And I know it was up against a lot of things, so I do feel it's a bit of an underdog. But if you scroll to the bottom, Nasuth, so I can get the title right. Trapped in a dating sim. Swap a little bit. Trapped in a dating sim. The world of autonomy games is tough for mobs. I did actually enjoy that, and unlike Eminence in Shadow, where the guy is trying to be this, it's completely OP, but just trying to be this guy in the shadows, and it doesn't make any sense. That's the guy like, he's trying to be he's trying to be Batman. It's like, he's not trying to be hidden in the shadows. He's trying to be Batman. The one about tough for mobs thing, the guy does want to be a background character. He is just trying to just about survive. And it's only till he just can't take it anymore that he decides to just basically punch all the main characters because he's sick of them. And I really enjoyed the flip of that season, where the first few episodes, the main character is just trying to like, I know this game, my sister made me play it, so and he hated it. The game was trying to screw him over almost, and he just okay, well I know where the DLC, the hidden paid DLC is hidden. I'll go do that. Gets like really good stuff of it, and then it's like at the same time though he doesn't try and use that to try and achieve anything. He goes to a main school, steals for everything. He has to do these tea parties because he's like, look, I just want to get an average-esque girlfriend in this system and live a quiet life. So he has to. It's weird that women are kind of they're the important ones. It's kind of matriarchal style society, and the men have to kind of peacock with these like tea parties so that they can find people. They have to have but the thing is, the girls all know this, so they just abuse the men a lot of the time to get free food, free tea served to them. And so it's he doesn't try.
Quite abusive and things.
Yeah, he's got no aspirations to be like Batman, and it's only when he literally sees the plot getting thrust near him and it's still not quite going as right, because he can see that he knows that the female protagonist of this dating sim is for some reason being supplanted, and he somehow becomes friends with him. He doesn't mean to. He's not going out his way to do anything. He's not confused like Eminence and Shadow Man, but he just gets sick of it because he hated the main characters because they're all rubbish. They think they're the most amazing characters ever, and they're hyped up to be like the prince and they've got the best mechs and everything, but they're actually rubbish because the game's stupidly hard normally. And he just got so sick of them, he decides, look, I got my DLC mech that they laugh at. He's one-shots all of them, and I just think it's just good from there. I think it's good. I would happily see another season of this. I don't know if there is more, but yeah.
No, I can appreciate that one as well.
Yeah, and for an isekai show, I actually, he still had the isekai-ness of him. It wasn't just to carry his knowledge over. He did things with it. He still, wanted just to survive the world he was in, and it worked. It wasn't using it just to keep him as a fish out of water, and it did interesting things on the setting of the block.
Nasuth?
I think of the ones I've seen, it's gonna have to be Miss Kuroitsu, because I don't really remember a lot of people talking about it. And
no, that kind of went under people's radar as well.
Yeah, and it may not have been the best show in the end, but I mean, it was still really funny. It was still really enjoyable. I watched it all the way through. I thought there were a lot of really good, funny moments in it. There was an interesting through line that kind of ran in the background. Just a really good show. That really good, fun sort of take on the tokusatsu genre. That from the other side of things, it was just it was really good.
Yeah, no, I think it's a brilliant series as well, and definitely a worthy pick. I liked how it ended, and I would happily have more of this.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I want to see where things go.
I feel that when it comes to Misakurutsu from the Monster
Development Department.
Yeah. So I'm trying to read it from the screen. Oh. Yeah, I feel that if it was given a 2-season arc, I think they could have developed the middle bit a lot better rather than sort of like rush it to a climax. But yeah, it was a brilliant series. I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. And especially the whole take on nope, this is how business life is.
Yes.
You come up with your amazing mecha design and we have to dumb it down.
Well, we can't really afford 3 rail cannons. Yeah. Can we put 1? Okay, we can't put 1. Well, we can't really afford this. And can we change the design of this? It's like, this is what we started with. This is what we ended up with.
Yep.
This doesn't really work. Yes, I know. That's not what it's make.
True to life.
But I also loved that the big scary manager was really just a nice guy, just so nice to them all.
Yeah.
It was sensible because it's like just because it doesn't. It makes sense because just because you're an evil organization still means you have to get normal people have to do normal day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, you gotta take care of yourself.
And they can't just be bullied into that. They can't just be bullied into it. So good. Yes, no, I take care of my evil villains because to complete our evil tasks, we must do well at looking after ourselves. It's like, wait, it was so great.
It was so good.
It's the guy with the Darth Vader mask, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
And they just
I loved how they followed the little child as the the actual leader and all decisions were
and the opposing company and just oh my god.
Right. Okay. Now
into the big ones, the big ones.
Yep. Right. Worst anime of 2020. I can.
I love this shot by the way. That's so good. It was such a good concept.
Okay.
What we on?
What? Worst anime of 2022. What are you thinking?
Worst.
This is really hard because if I want to go on animation, it would be Rusted Armor because but if we're going on story. Orient was really up there to the point that I couldn't even finish it.
Well, while you guys are both deciding, I am gonna put Rusted Armor on there. Right? It was so bad I couldn't finish the intro, right, of the first episode.
You know the saying, every frame a painting? This is every frame a piece of vomit. Yeah.
Yep.
For me then it's got to be Don't Hurt Me, My Healer. I literally got to one episode and I felt my soul had been damaged by it being seen to show.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody might tell me that episode 2 it completely changes.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Why did
it doesn't?
It doesn't.
But they could tell me that. But I'm just confused. It's it doesn't seem to run on logic, and it just seems to want to hurt me with its nonsensical nothing. I mean, and I was tempted to randomly take the really hard take and say Made in Abyss because that hurt me on a mental level. Yeah. But at least that was it was that's
still
what
watch
intended to do. And no, I could feel that's what it intended to do, and it achieved that, and it was pushing boundaries and things in weird ways.
Yeah.
But Don't Hurt Me, My Healer was just
it's just
why
it's
are
just
you trying to destroy my brain and turn it into soup?
Yeah.
And I felt that's what they were trying to do with Rusted Armor. I mean, there are several that I watched 1 or 2 episodes of, and then nah, this is not for me. But Rusted Armor, I couldn't get past the fucking intro. It was so bad.
You know, sound torture when people just play the same song at a high level over and over again, whatever. It's that.
Oh god.
It's that, but in visual form. It's assaulting your eyes to try and destroy your brain.
Watching Sesame Street is not as painful as watching.
Hey, at least Sesame Street is educational.
Yeah, exactly. Don't know what the educational value of Rusted Armor is. -1.
I'm gonna, as much as I hate both of those options, and they are terrible, I'm gonna go with Tomodachi Game.
Okay, I wanna propose one to you.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure your reaction to it was as violent, but Miss Sachichu and the little baby ghost.
Fuck.
Did you forget that?
No, but that one was just bad in like this is a really cheap slice of life, sort of thing. It wasn't really trying to be anything special. Tamagotchi Game wanted to be something special. It wanted to be
just wasn't
Squid Game or that sort of thing, and it ended up being about as good as Battle After 5 Seconds. But
sticking with Tomodachi Game.
Oh yeah, I'm sticking with Tomodachi Game.
Okay, that's fair.
Like Sachiko is just sort of like tasteless pablum.
Bland.
Yeah,
right.
And this is this is actually assaulting you and making you be like, but they said this thing, but now they're saying this thing, but here's the rules. Now let us introduce a new rule out of nowhere, and we didn't tell you there were going to be any more new rules. We're just going to drop it on you. That's fair.
So like Classroom with the Elite.
Probably exactly like that.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the last one, the last pick. All right.
This one's also hard.
Best anime of 2022.
Yeah,
Loz is just straight out of the boat.
Well, it was either that or Eminence in Shadow, and I decided that no.
You didn't want to pick a fight.
I just want to figure out. No, it's Gundam. I mean, I'm the Met guy here, and I have to say Gundam. And it was a really good series of Gundam as well.
It's fantastic.
It even though between some episodes you're like, oh, I don't get what this is doing. Oh, why are we wasting time doing this? Why are we wasting time doing that? You like, by the next episode, you'd be like, no, that was important because in this episode it did this. But at the same time, in the episode I just watched, why are we doing this? And it just, it just kept going episode after episode. You were like, why was doing this? And it balanced. So I'm hoping this show did really well because the goal was. The thing with Bandai and mechs is, as you can see, apparently if we were doing this show 20 years ago, we would probably had like 5 mech shows a season. Mechs were just bigger back then. And there's not as many now. And Gundam is a massive thing for Japan, and it's not going anywhere. But at the same time, it still has to try and make money. So it's really interesting. It has to try and reinvent itself. And it's obviously, maybe if there was like 7 terrible mech Gundam shows in a while, they might retire it, like the BBC did for Doctor Who at one point. But I do feel this, and I could go through things like AGE was an attempt to try and reappeal to younger kids, whereas this one is an appeal to a more modern generation. We've got the whole school aspect coming in and being important. At the same time, though, I feel that just like wears that so beautifully. It's like they've crafted this beautiful mask for them to wear. It's like, I'm not a Gundam show, kids. I'm a Gundam show. It didn't do it in a silly way. It did it in a very beautiful way. It was great.
That meme I sent you before with the Queen, like that sums up like just the reaction to the Gundam of Mercury. Remember the one? Everyone's horrified, but the Queen's got like the biggest grin on her face. Like veteran Gundam.
Oh yes.
Sorry. You mean not the Queen, because she's no longer the Queen. Sadly, you must point out. You mean Queen Elizabeth II?
Yes.
The former.
Yes. Yeah. You have to remember. Though, oh god, I love that. Have you seen the pictures of King Charles? And it's like, oh my god, best Gundam antagonist, King Charles, and it's like him and he man knows how to wear a cape. Have you seen those pictures?
No.
Oh, I have to find them.
I have.
Everyone's like, wait, are we in Gundam? It's so good. And seriously, whoever did King's current cape, King knows how to wear a cape. I mean, he's looking very kingly. I'll find you some pictures. Yeah, but still, but it's got to be the show. And it was the animation was beautiful. The characters were great, and I enjoyed them. I know I don't want to kind of draw a line around it because I feel like the show does. You should just accept it. It shouldn't be pointing it out. But at the same time, this is a same-sex relationship done right in a show. It really does teach the West how to do a same-sex relationship. It doesn't draw attention to it. It just accepts it. There's one line at the start how the main character goes like, and it's like, you guys on Mercury must be really conservative, and then that's it. It doesn't care. That is the only sort of thing against it we've had in the show. And after that, they just accept it, just moving on. Just like the show, just moving on with it. because this is just how it is in the show, because the world is set up like that, and we don't need to draw attention to it every 5 seconds. It's just part of the show. It's part of the characters, and it motivates them. It isn't their thing to just shove in your face, and it's so good. And it just adds to the characters and the relationship between them. It doesn't define them, and that's how it should be done. And I really shouldn't have to outline it like that, because the show doesn't, and I should accept it. I feel it is a great example for it. The mech design. I mean, come on, compare that to M-Aim. Look at it's on screen now. Beautiful.
Oh, God,
yeah, 100%.
I just want that on my wall. It's just so unique, so beautiful, and it's just a great reinvigoration of Gundam. And I'm going to stop myself, because we all know that I can sit here for 10 minutes saying random passages about.
Well, I mean,
not passages, but points about how great the show is. But
just go check out last week's episode. We spent 45 minutes talking about it. There you go, problem solved. Right, Nasuth, go.
Sorry,
go,
1 second.
Nasuth,
One quick
go, Nasuth, go, Nasuth. He's not going.
Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Had to clear my throat. Since we're sticking to form, Made in Abyss, Golden City of the Scorching Sun, because the animation is beautiful, the story is deep and detailed. There are pieces that they drop in early on that don't or that do have a payoff at the end. The pacing could use a little bit of work in the middle, but so could a lot of things. It's so good. I love the way it doesn't shy away from anything. It's willing to go just wherever the story needs to show off this crazy deep world, and maybe eventually it'll show up in the background, but who knows.
Sorry, I was trying to find it. I couldn't remember what season it was. I've now discerned I need to actually have an A to Z per year, okay? Gotta find it.
Yes.
It is a fantastic series.
Yeah, the character arcs are really good. The stuff you learn about the city and how it was created, and
I remember
he finished
doing. No. I really, really, really want to. But I remember when I was I remember when I was doing my improv training. One of the big things that they taught us was the emphasis on doing the world setting is just as important as doing the plot.
Yeah, and this does both.
So and that's often where a lot of isekais will fall short, is because they will not, expand upon the world setting, because they just assume that you already know what it is, right? And then I don't think it's any secret what mine's going to be. Mine's Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. It's such a good series. Anyone that has not seen it, really sleeping on it. It's a brilliant one and done. You're not starved for more. I want more. I do not want more of this series. I want more of another Cyberpunk series. And I want Trigger to do it. And I want Trigger to flip the bird to CD Projekt Red yet again and say, no, Rebecca stays.
Even though she's not in this one, Rebecca stays.
It's, they made the best of a cyberpunk setting. I cannot think of another series that will be as iconic for cyberpunk as Ghost in the Shell when it comes to Edgerunners. Edgerunners is just it's there. It is just sat firmly next to Ghost in the Shell now. And it did a phenomenal job. So, if you haven't seen it, you bloody well better go. So, that is it, I think. Loz, you better bloody go.
You haven't?
Anyway, no, he hasn't.
Oh my gosh. The dub's actually really
Nasuth,
good.
have you not realized the whole point of this episode was just to get Loz to watch Cyberpunk Edgerunners?
And to get both of you to finish Made in Abyss. Yeah.
Yes, that too. Right. Okay, so that is it for our Golden Tankard Awards. There will be a link to the Google form with all our nominations down below, and for the opportunity for you to actually recommend your own. Let us know what you think. Let us know, how wrong we were in some places. By the way,
spread it around to your friends. Let them answer.
Yeah, and cool. We'll move on to the supporter questions.
Woo! Oh wait, I have to actually hit a button, don't I? Oh!
Yeah, you do. Right, okay, so the supporter questions. Xeno says, before we start the supporter questions, I just want to say we're not sponsored by any company, but we are sponsored by Patreon, and you folks at home by liking and subscribing. If you'd like to become a patron and help support the channel, you can find a link in the description below. All the money goes to Nasuth.
Basically, yeah.
Right. Zrugel asks, I just finished watching all of Ascendance of a Bookworm and really enjoyed it, but felt very let down by the ending of part 3. Did you guys see it? 90% sure Loz did, but what do you think about it? I have not seen part 3. I've only seen part 1 and 2.
I've never seen any parts.
I haven't seen any of parts of Ascendance of a Bookworm. I do want to watch it, but I don't go into it.
I think you were going to, but you didn't, So, yeah, unfortunately, we didn't watch part 3. Like, I like Ascendance of a Bookworm, but it's one that you have to binge. You can't not, because it's quite slow. Next, we have Loz linking us the picture. Yep, we're in a Gundam universe. Right, so, Turkey Christmas Tree, Exploding Star, Nasuth.
I have to see this. You can't tell me a thing and then... Oh, I see, yes.
Oh my God.
Right. Got it.
No, scroll up, Nasuth. You need to go back and scroll up.
No, I saw the other ones.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
It's like...
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Turkey Christmas Tree Exploding, Nasuth, Breaker of Tiamat, Arrow Through Heart asks, did you hear that the Italian chef in JoJo Part 5 had a terminal illness? He passed away, can only do so much. He just a pizza history. Okay, first off, it's part 4.
Fuck off.
Pizzas are flat. I know how you make things that are flat.
It's part something.
Pizzas are flat. I know how you make flat things.
How
Flat
are they
Earth?
flat things? Oh, right. Yes. 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 Mm-hmm.
Tomato sauce. Yeah, you need to get the tomato sauce from somewhere.
How
So
if somebody's seen
Turkey,
which Mercury or not?
Okay, Turkey Christmas Tree, Exploding Star, Nasuth, Breaker of Tiamat, Arrow Through Heart. If you could remake any show from the past year, which one would it be? Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. Clearly, any other answer is wrong.
Wow, I didn't even think about that, but you're right. Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
If you could remake any show from the past year, which one would it be?
What would you pick?
Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2.
I don't know what you're...
Yeah, I wouldn't want to pretend if I had the power to fix it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if I had the power to fix it, I wouldn't joke about it not existing. Yeah, that's true. Like, there was like worst show this thing and worst protagonist and things and like most annoying side character, and it's like I didn't.
Biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute dumpster fire. If we were giving an award out for absolute dumpster fire, or
do you want to add that for the end?
No,
for next year.
Or show that went from the highest to the lowest as quick as possible in the most, achieve the highest to the lowest.
Yeah, just
drop.
biggest dumpster fire. There you go.
Yeah, biggest dumpster fire. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Okay, next we have Charity Stream Incoming asks, some anime enjoy creating audience hype with signature phrases such as Naruto's Believe It or Bleach's characters shouting Bankai, Luffy using Gum Gum attacks, or Kazuma stealing panties. Without choosing one of those examples, what show would be the most dangerous one to create a drinking game out?
Bastard.
Goblin Slayer Abridged.
Oh, does that count?
Oh, come on, yeah. Who could not say Goblin Slayer Abridged?
But that's an abridged
Fuck,
show,
just
not
realized,
a show.
Oh, come off it, Nasuth.
The Dragon Ball Z abridged got recognized by the actual show makers and were actually
that is true.
That
is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is just better than Yu-Gi-Oh! Because if I had to go rewatch it, I'm not gonna rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Yeah. And what else have we got? I've got even Sword Art Online, which we both feel. But me and Xeno both like. We would happily probably go rewatch.
I'd love to go rewatch the abridged show. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. And then obviously the Goblin Slayer one, which is just amazing. I was like, I love that show. I remember not watching it for so long. I went, I should probably watch this controversial thing, Goblin Slayer, and thinking, wow, this is amazing. And then like seeing the abridged of it and go like, this has taken everything that the show did and just made it better.
Yeah. Yep. If we're talking about actual shows though, and not okay, we're talking about studio production shows and not fan abridged shows, then I would have to say either like Eminence in Shadow or Bastard.
Oh, well, what the fuck would the rule be for Eminence on Shadow?
Every time he talks about being a background character.
Wait, hang on.
It doesn't happen that often.
If you're gonna do this, it has to be JoJo.
Well, I mean, we did have Stone Ocean. Yeah.
Is that in the list? What?
No.
Wait, why wasn't JoJo Stone Ocean?
No, but like the signature phrases, right? Such as Believe It or Bankai and things.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so you could have the oh my god, you could have enemy stand.
Oh my...
You could
actually, to be fair,
anytime they say their same names.
I didn't. This must be the power of an enemy stand user. Actually, to be fair,
yes.
The oh my god, I didn't realize happened as little as it actually does. You know, it only happens like twice. But it's just so iconic. Anyway.
But it is so iconic, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, right.
There's also a lot of hoary shit, and yeah.
So. What was the name? Charity stream incoming.
I'm still shocked how they made an entire industry over that, over one good season.
I'm not. Anyway, so charity stream incoming also asks, Xeno has recently been punished by having to give his reaction to a narration of popular over 18 oriented animation. Reaction and narration. Okay. As we drag him more and more into the depths of sin and degeneracy, is it possible that we can wean him away from his love of fan service riddled harem anime, or can we just make it, or are we just making it worse? You can never wean me off of my fan service harem anime.
You can try and establish a Pavlovian response where if you could find some horrific stuff for him to narrate. By the way, always accepting submissions. Have you done this, by the way? What did you do?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, it was Kanajo.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it was still painful to do.
It was a medium.
Some of the ice cream, right? The ice cream.
It was a medium. It was a medium torture loss. It's fine.
Yeah, it was a medium torture.
I'll make you do milk money next.
Not quite sure if I know what that one is. I maybe don't want to know
what that one is.
Why do you anyway?
Probably,
you cannot. You cannot wean me away from my fan service riddled harems. So,
I don't know if you can make it worse either, because he's already set like a hard line for. I mean, he's watched Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World, but he didn't like.
No. World's End Harem.
Yeah,
right? That's the fucking end of the line.
There was another one too. That Thaylien suggested to you.
Immoral Guild.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Anyway, let's move off with the supporter questions. Silly place to move on to the comments. So, first, some comments from Kanpai News. Rugal says, I watched a small documentary about zip disk a few weeks ago and how they're still making them, even though zip disks never really went mainstream, all because enthusiasts keep buying them.
So this is in relation to us talking about how, like, in Japanese business meetings, apparently they still use, like, mini cassettes and, laser discs and, all that stuff.
Edward Paddock, in response to the accessibility PlayStation 5 controller, says, hey, are those symbols for the focus schools?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Sure. And now on to the comments from last week's Kanpai Cast. Edward Paddock says, the usual suspects.
Dun dun dun!
With regard, okay. FVA says about Eminence in Shadow, he is currently training his background character part so he will be the when a main event happen and become the person that suddenly appear to help the MC and mysteriously disappear into the shadow. Truth truth be told, he already got the background part. People that is not his immediate friend or family can't remember him. And his action of trying to be more background is railroading his plan.
Yeah.
I think he means
stupid.
Not necessarily
stupid.
railroading, but side railing.
The guy's stupid.
Oh god, Nasuth, have you seen the current? Nasuth, please tell me you've seen
No, I'm behind. No, I'm behind. As usual.
God.
As usual.
Xeno, I assume you've died in a hole from.
No, I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up again. I just want to have fun.
Just for stupidity of it.
Why are you still watching?
Now I'm excited.
Because he literally is now going out of his way to do things.
Be stupid.
He's obsessed with his backgroundish thing. He's even like
make
in this
any
last
sense.
episode, he's like mission. He's got the ability now to Mission Impossible a face, and like he's now pretending to be somebody called Mundane Man, which actually apparently is a name. And he's got his like shoulders hunched forward and things. He's competing in a tournament. But he's going to win it because he's like trying to win it while being a backgroundish person. I'm like, what is?
But then you're not a backgroundish like the background character doesn't win things.
Yeah,
stupid. Right,
and the background character just gets knocked out, and there's nothing. There's a little bit with really annoys me with the bloody other tournament he joined in when he's like, no, I need to show you my 42 different ways to get thrown across the room. And it's like. Background characters don't have the stamina to be thrown 42 times across the room.
Can we go forward?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm reading. Right, no. Zrugel says, Nasuth, are you bleeping serious? You gave Spy Family a nothing special. Your arc doesn't have any payoff. Joking, you're fine. I'll give you that. I would have liked more Spy, less Family.
Yeah.
The thing is, nothing special is our middle choice. Is in that's a 3 out of 5.
Yeah,
I do think for like now that we're starting the season, we need to have a look at our system. It needs to be like
we'll talk about it.
It needs to be like 4 stars, nothing special. As in, like we feel the quality was good, but at the same time, like they need to be like side awards. Maybe?
That's fine. Yeah, I can add some stars to the.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But does that mean you can have a 3-star? Does that mean you can have a 3-star?
A 5-star poop.
Well, yeah, it's that
it's
big a pile of
5-star
shit.
great, absolutely poop, but it's 5 stars. 5-star poop. Yeah.
Right. Strongest Voice Shell says, Kanpai! Gonna listen to this on my weekend. Thanks, Weebs.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Whoa. So now it is time for the memes. You can find more memes on twitter.com/Kanpai_cast. We put memes up there regularly. They're all from Reddit. You know, we all link the references to all
or YouTube, or could be anywhere now.
No, on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter, yes,
ones.
they're all from Reddit.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Right. So we have the memes.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
This new Gundam looks great.
Oh. Awesome. I love it.
Well worth the wait. All right, 2. Unfortunately, this doesn't loop. I don't know. Maybe that's something we can add for the future. But
hey, pushing Nasuth meme too.
It doesn't work. It doesn't
Does it not work?
Oh, no. What happened?
Now he.
Now I killed Techboard. Thanks, Loz. Wait, maybe I just shrank it. Hang on. Oh, I did just shrink it. Oh, that's cool. Double clicking shrinks. Interesting.
Okay.
Anyway, I learned something today. Anyway, yes. How is it? Hey, little man, how's it going? And yeah,
Bochy the Rock.
It's very Bochy the Rock. Number 3. This better not awaken anything in me.
No, I like that one a lot. Okay, that's good.
He's laughing at you. Eat his fruit.
Yeah, brilliant.
When somebody calls you an otaku instead of a weeb. No, that's the name I haven't heard in a long time.
Is it better than? Now that's the name I haven't heard in a long time.
Thank you. Yep. Excellent. And finally, for me, is the Nina Tucker dog meme older than most anime fans now? Yeah, very strange thing to ask, but probably true.
Anyway, let's move on to good memes now.
Wow, Wow.
Kazuma, I had an idea to pay our debt. I'm going to sell my bottled bath water to weebs on the internet. What do you think? Shut up and take my money.
Yeah. Probably,
Number
yeah.
2. I'm going to make my own anime with blackjacks and hookers.
I'm so glad I didn't
And then
use
you got
this
Black
one.
Lagoon. Yep. Sorry, madam. I seem to have found the wrong small basket, girl.
Is that Bochi again?
Yes.
There's Bochi in the... Yeah, she does that. Like, whenever she gets sad and depressed, she just gets in boxes or...
It's a very anime thing.
Like
I'm gonna have to watch this show.
It's good. It's fun.
Clearly.
Yep. There are a lot of memes. Number 4? No. Number 4. Number
Oh,
4?
what?
Number 4.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, I almost used this
Get in
too.
the fucking
Yeah.
I don't know why Ariel looks like a Titan, and I don't know why Maureen looks like she's
Sisters
of Battle.
That's a oh god. Oh no, what is it? That's a Imperial Knight. That's a knight. That's what it is. The size of it.
That's
It's
a
not a
knight?
Titan. It's a knight. Yeah.
Okay, fine. But are you sure? Okay.
Yep.
Now, Loz, you could do this one as well.
These aren't the droids you're looking
No,
for.
no, try again.
These actually are.
These actually are the droids you're looking for.
This looks like an AI drawing of these two. Anyway.
And then number 6.
You got one part of that wrong. This is not meth.
Yep. 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 Had to get a good JoJo meme in there eventually.
Yeah.
I just to have the Gundam version of that, I would have this is no meth, boy, no meth. You guys don't get that, but
No,
the
I
original
don't.
Gundam when obviously there's not it's to sell toys, and there's it basically looks like a Zaku, the anime meme, but it's called a goof. It's just a slightly improved version they used on Earth, and the line is, "This is no Zaku, boy, no Zaku." It's a very important line from Gundam. So you can do, "This is no something, boy, no something." There you go.
Right, so that's it for this week's episode. Thank you very much, everyone. Next week, we'll be covering Winter 2023, the 3rd episode rule. So, that's next week. Do remember the following week, we'll have nothing because we're going to be taking a break. And then, so thank you very much all for watching / listening. And now it's time to bottoms up and Kanpai!